was like in the middle of the night, like at 3 o'clock. We have all these nurses and doctors running into the room, and I was like, hey gal pals, welcome back to our Let's Chat. We are talking about the twins' birth story.
We sure are.
We already had the birthday party today, but I'm not posting it until their actual birthday, which is the 28th. So we are doing their birth story instead. I found out I was pregnant, and then it was a high-risk pregnancy, so I had to go to a lot of like doctor's appointments. I had an ultrasound every other week, and then it was just great. I had to get a different doctor because the one I had wasn't a high-risk doctor. It was not fun, guys.
We had to go to a different hospital because the hospital that we had Desi and Gavin in didn't deal with
Premature babies.
high-risk pregnancies with the twins like this type of twins. To start the pregnancy, Bianca still never got over this morning sickness for like 3 months.
I had to take special medicine for it to help me, and even then I would still sometimes throw up. It was not fun, guys. The babies were doing really good in the beginning of the pregnancy. They were growing great. They were normal. Like I would get ultrasounds all the time. I would get so many Braxton Hicks on in that pregnancy, and I was like scared because they would hurt, and I would go in and I'd be like, I'm like getting these already, and I'm like I'm like in my second trimester, and get them like every 8 minutes or whatever, and so I don't know what's going on. And they were like, well, just, you know, keep watching them, like it's normal, especially because you have twins and you're small. And so I was like, okay, whatever.
I feel like she just got him the whole time.
I know.
And there was always something going on with her.
So it was 22 weeks when I went to the hospital because I was having like preterm labor.
So we went in to the hospital, and then she was like already dilated.
Yeah, I was dilated. I was already dilated.
So they admitted us. So this was at like 22 weeks. We got admitted because she was dilating, preterm labor that she was in.
Yeah, because it was changing my cervix every time I like whenever they would check me again. It was like every hour they would check you. It would change a little bit and a little bit, and they were like, okay, well, we can't send you home because the babies are still really small, and if you have them at home they might not make it because they don't know how to breathe on their own. And I was like, that's really scary, like don't send me home then. This was before I knew that I was going to be in the hospital for freaking ever. They're giving me all these medicines to like stop my contractions, and they gave me magnesium, and that stuff is no joke. It made me go crazy. They were like, oh yeah, it's got some side effects, you know, you're gonna like have blurry vision, and like your throat's gonna burn, and like your chest's gonna burn, and I was like, I don't want that. And they're like, well, you have to take it because...
Yeah, we were just like trying to not take the magnesium stuff because we got like steroid shots.
For the twins, for their lungs to develop faster than, in case they did come early. Took the magnesium, and maybe 20 minutes after they put it in through the IV or whatever, I couldn't see. I was freaking out. My heart rate was going so fast.
She was tripping out.
I was like...
It was scary.
I was
in there like, what is going on?
I was like...
What are they doing?
When I would breathe, like it was like fire. Like I was breathing fire in my throat, drink water, fire.
She was burning.
I was burning.
Her whole body was burning.
Yeah.
And so
And I couldn't see anything.
So I was like, hey, it's just a little bit left. Like there's not much left.
I was like, take it off, take it off. I don't want this. I can't. Like I was freaking
out.
I was having like a mental breakdown.
She scared all the doctors and all the nurses. They definitely all knew who she was after that. They were like, oh, it's that girl.
Well, it was that girl with the twins.
With the twins.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
and that was day one.
Yeah, that was day one. And I was like, no, I don't want this.
Night one.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want this. Take this off of me. I can't handle this. I can't even see you guys. Like I can't. I don't even know.
So we stopped the magnesium, and then Bianca was being monitored every 3 or 4 hours. They'd come in and check her vitals and do all that like type of stuff.
And I had to have like the monitors, the heartbeat monitors on me all the time.
So the babies were being monitored
24/7.
Heart rates and all that. Whenever they fell off, they'd have to come in and adjust
rearrange
them.
it, yeah. And so then the first night was like in the middle of the night, like at 3 o'clock. We have all these nurses and doctors running into the room, and I was like, what is going on? Like, why are you guys, like, they were like moving me and like adjusting everything, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? Why are you guys like, you're freaking me out? And they're like, oh, the baby, one of the baby's heartbeat dropped, and so if she's already done that twice, and if she does it again, we're gonna have to take you in and have an emergency C-section. And I was like, oh my god.
A dip.
Yeah.
She was dipping.
The baby was dipping. Her heartbeat would dip and dip.
So then the next day we had like an ultrasound scheduled. We went in, got the ultrasound. Things looked good. They have like a scale that they measure the babies.
Yeah.
And I mean they all got like, I think it was like 8 or something out of 10, and that was passing. And then they went in and they checked like the umbilical cord, the flow.
Yeah.
The blood flow or something. I forget exactly.
It was the
what
blood
is.
flow.
But they did all that and everything looked good. And we were like, okay, like, can we go home now? And then they were like, no, you still gotta be monitored.
Yeah. So they had me stay at the hospital for like 3 weeks in bed rest, and I couldn't leave. I couldn't go outside. I had to stay in my room. I could walk around the hallways
for like 2 hours a day, basically.
Yeah, and that's it. And
yeah.
I was going crazy in that. I had to spend Valentine's Day in the hospital.
Our anniversary. And
it was
Desi and Gavin couldn't stay there because there was no kids allowed. It was flu season. No kids in the place at all. So I mean, they came to visit like.
They came to visit
a couple times.
A few times.
That they let him come.
Yeah.
But even that was like.
So his mom would watch Gavin, and my mom would watch Desi, and Jason would spend the night with me, and it was just the longest 3 weeks of our lives because we were all separated, and it was like so sad, and I was like, okay, I just want to have these babies now.
It was really hard, honest.
Then they found out that the babies weren't growing anymore, that they just like stopped growing because the placenta
had increased a little bit, but it hadn't increased as much as they would have liked to have seen.
Well, the babies were already small, and they were small.
Yeah.
So before we got admitted to the hospital, they were already not really growing as much as they should have been because the placenta stopped like working, kinda, I guess. It was kinda still working, but not like it should be because it was trying to feed 2 babies. And then the water in their sac, it had like not a lot of water. And so they would like give me so much IV fluids, so I got all swollen.
Tons of IVs all the time.
Yeah.
But then they sent us home.
Then they sent us home at 28 weeks.
Yeah, 28 weeks. So we were like, sweet, well if you're not gonna like...
I guess we were at the hospital for like 5 weeks.
We were like, if you're not gonna let us have these babies, like send us home, you know? So they sent us home. Yeah.
We go home, and then I go back the next day because I was having Braxton Hicks again, and they're like admitted me again that night, and then they let me go, but they weren't sure. So that night they were thinking of letting me have the babies because they weren't growing, and they were getting dips, like they were having dips again. I was like, well, just get them out if they're not growing. Like I think they'll be better if they're out here where you guys can like help them grow.
At this point we were like...
We were just over it.
We were like having appointments with the neonatal care unit, our different doctors.
We had so
we
many
knew like every nurse by name.
So then I went back and they had me stay again, and then they were like, oh no, we're not gonna let you have them again. We're just gonna give you another steroid shot for their lungs. And I was like, okay, like whatever.
Yeah, they were waiting to get the second dose of steroids in for them, and then after that they were kind of like, whatever happens.
I had an ultrasound appointment like 2 days after I got released again. I went by myself.
The one time I don't go.
The one time he doesn't go.
I've been like all the other ultrasounds.
Yeah, and I go in to the ultrasound room, and then the doctor came. She like sits down for like a minute, checks the baby, and she goes, all right, gal pals, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. This was only part 1. It is that long. Part 1, and we'll be posting part 2 soon. So make sure you come back and see that one, because on that one we'll be adding pictures of when we
Pictures!
Oh my gosh, you'll see how small they were, and like our hospital and stay and stuff.
And they're even harder to tell apart in the pictures.
Yes,
I don't
they are.
even think we know which one is which.
No, we don't. So make sure you come back to watch part 2, and our shout out goes out to
Miriam Melissa, hi!
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for commenting. And make sure you guys comment down below if you guys want to see the part 2 and the pictures. And we'll see you next time.
For sure, we'll tell you all about mac and cheese.
Yes.
And how we got there, came up with their name. Any other questions you guys got? So just keep the comments coming. We'd love to answer back and let you know.
Thank you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Bye.
See you later.
Oh,